Well, we can concentrate on one of the key games from earlier today, first of all, tonight. And that, of course, was at Old Trafford, where Manchester United got the better of Liverpool by 2-1. United hanging on to a certain extent towards the end of the game. And we can hear from Brendan Rodgers.
Well, absolutely. I just think this is a boy that can be a real top striker in this country. And he's going to be scoring many goals for Liverpool. I think you've seen him now in a half appearance today and 55 minutes last week. This boy's a goal scorer, and what he needed was an opportunity, and he had one goal and was unlucky. A couple of times he tried to organise his feet in the box and just couldn't quite get a shot off. But no, he's going to be a terrific signing for us.
Bradley, what about the signs of the partnership with Suarez as well?
Yeah, I think everyone could see that in the second half. It was the first time this season we've had obviously our goal scorers on the field in terms of Sturridge and Barini coming on was bright and moved inside well. So I think today gives us great hope. We know in terms of the points, I think that's 24 points we are now behind Manchester United, but we're not 24 points behind in quality.
Brendan Rodgers at Old Trafford after Manchester United's 2-1 win over his Liverpool side initially was talking about Daniel Sturridge. I guess from a Liverpool point of view, he came on, he scored. Should he have started, do you think, today, Warren?
Well, it's interesting. All managers want to kind of ease in their new strikers. Liverpool have been playing well with Raheem Sterling on one side, Downing on another side, and Suarez down the middle. So you'd expect Brendan Rodgers to go into that game at Old Trafford with that front line. So it was inevitable at some point now he was going to bring Sturridge in, played him down the middle. Interestingly, Luis Suarez dropped a little bit deeper in. So I think it works, and I think there's a beginnings of a pretty fruitful partnership there. I think Liverpool fans will be excited by that.
I guess if you play Sturridge up top, as you've just described there, Suarez has to come a little bit deeper, and he scored most of his goals this season, his most prolific season so far in a Liverpool shirt, when he's played in that more forward role. If you take him back a little bit, does that mean that you're going to get less goals from Luis Suarez?
I don't think so, because if you look at the positions he takes up, he's such an intelligent player. He takes up intelligent positions on the pitch. I'll give you an example. The first goal he scored against QPR, that was when he got the ball, came deep off his centre-half and actually faced him up and ran at him. He can do that starting from a slightly deeper position on the pitch as well. So I don't see how that will affect his game. I think he'll be okay. I think that, like as I said, I think that's going to be a good partnership in far as a Liverpool fan and Brendan Rodgers, their manager. I think I'd be excited by that partnership.
Divides opinion, of course, Luis Suarez. A lot talked about him ahead of the game against Manchester United because Robbie Van Persie was going so well.
No.
And the question has to be, do you think he'll remain a Liverpool player for a long time? Do you think this could be his last season for whatever reason, whether he gets frustrated not playing Champions League football, whether the press attention, the negative press attention that he gets will be too much for him? We never quite know how that affects him. Do you see him being a Liverpool player for a long time?
Well, I was reading an interview with Lucas Leiva, the Liverpool midfielder, and he says that it seems like the attention or the criticism he gets from the media seems to drive him on. I don't think he's one of those players who's bothered whether he's a pantomime villain or not. He goes to every ground in the country, he gets booed, he gets jeered. It just seems to drive him on. He gets on with it, plays his football, he's having a fantastic season for Liverpool. The only reason why I couldn't see him being at Liverpool is if they don't go forward as a team.
So it'd be interesting to see what happens to Luis Suarez. I'm sure one man that doesn't really care too much is Dale O'Donnell from Stretty News, who we can join right now. Stretty News, that means that Dale is a Manchester United supporter. Happy with the result today, I take it, Dale?
Thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
At the end, United hanging on to a certain extent. Is that fair, or as far as you were concerned, had the job been done by then?
Yeah, we were definitely hanging on. For the first half, we had enough chance though to finish him off, but we didn't. And Liverpool drove on after getting Daniel Sturridge's goal. After that, then Fergie made a few changes, brought on Phil Jones and Chris Smalling, and it kind of gave the impression that we were about to sit back, and that showed. But the likes of Michael Carter put in amazing shifts, and even though we did sit back a bit, I thought we looked very comfortable at times.
Dale, it looks like Danny Welbeck was obviously man of the match. Would you concur with that?
It's hard to disagree with. He worked very hard. His shooting was a bit off, yeah. The only other person I'd say for man of the match would be Michael Carrick. It's between the two of them for me. Danny Welbeck, I'm a big fan of Welbeck. He come up from the youth system. He's a Manchester boy, and it's just we have to work on his shooting is all really. His all-round play is fantastic. He works hard. In the match, he's everywhere. He's so fast. He's great engine on him. And as for Michael Carrick, he cleans up everything and does the dirty work and makes everyone else's job easier.
I think you're right there about Danny Welbeck's finishing. He's just got to be a bit more tidy in and around the box. Perhaps, take a leaf out of Robin van Persie's book. But I just want to talk about Manchester United's midfield. It seems like Carrick and Cleverley now are the go-to men in the big games.
Yeah, definitely. Last year we've seen a bit of Cleverley, and it was a shame that he got injured. But this year, a lot of people are questioning whether people got too excited about him. And I think what I love about Cleverley is when he gets the ball, he spreads it around so well, and he always looks comfortable. If he can get this injury streak out of his game, which I think he might have, I don't think why we shouldn't build a midfielder on a player like that. Himself and Carrick have been very well together this season, and when Anderson was playing before he got injured, he was very good too, and he's on the bench today, so he's coming back. So I think there was a lot made out of midfield the last few years about buying these midfielders and that. If we can get these Carrick, Cleverley and Anderson back playing the way we know them to be, I don't think we've any problems. I think the problem is the defence and getting that stable again.